Now my crossplane R1 is a 2009. It came without traction control. It's the last year Yamaha made them without traction control or ABS. So it gets to be a really exciting bike at times. And we've got a set of Pirelli Angels on here that Vlad recommended. They look like they're wearing well, they grip well, and it's just a beautiful day to get out on the open road. Well, it's really no secret. This is the best time of the year. Temperatures are in the high 60s, low 70s, and it may even get warmer today. It just couldn't be nicer, and we want to get out on the R1 today and burn some fuel. Now, anybody that knows me knows I'm a creature of habit. I always like to pre-flight the motorcycle before I get too far from home. I always check the air in both tires before I ride. And these are just, I guess, some habits from the days of aviation, owning a plane. Another one of my habits that some people agree with, some don't. I like to keep the bike as clean as possible. Get the bugs off. I usually clean the bike when I get back and before I go for a ride. I'm fanatical about it. But I think in the end, it pays. Now, a lot of my bikes, some 40 and 30-year-old bikes, they tend not to turn into rust buckets, and I think that's part of the reason. Keeping a good coat of wax on them helps for sure. Absolutely for sure. No doubt about it in my mind. Feeding the fish, feeding the birds. Oh my God, if I don't feed the fish, and as soon as I get back from a ride, they're ready to jump out of the pond and eat again, and fill a bird feeder again. All part of what I enjoy about this time of year. Look around the bike, make sure there's nothing loose, nothing falling off. Have that extra cup of coffee, and give Karen a kiss and get out on the open road. Every ride on the R1 to me is a special thing. I've had the bike since it's new. I've really taken good care of it. It's fun to get out on the open road. And there is something special about that cross-plane motor. When you back off the gas, the sound is unbelievable. It's like a jet engine. And when I first bought this bike in '09, I think I rode it every day for a year. I just fell in love with that engine, is the main part of the bike. And whether you get low-end torque, throttle response, every way that you can measure an engine being good, and of course peak power, that is really a special engine to me. And it's special. The bike itself is a special thing. In '09, it was a complete redesign, and the only thing I wish is that I had a quick shifter and traction control and ABS, but and I made some carbon fiber exhausts for this when I first got it, I think a year or two into it, and I just got sick of the loud noise. I went back and put the stock ones on, and where we're riding today, that helps. Now I have an FZR that has a very similar engine, 4 in the line, this being a cross plane. The sound is totally different, the throttle response is different, and the low end torque is different. ride, I try to include some highway riding and some backwood riding and some exploring. And today I got to explore a cool little community I had never been to before. A very cool little community. And one thing I always like to do in the course of any ride up in this area, I look for some back roads I've never been down before. This was some little like a community of houses, very, very backward roads. Nice, always a lot of fun exploring these areas. A lot of fun. Yeah, truth in advertising, I spent a lot of time getting this bike, the handlebar, the seat, the location of the pegs, all the things dialed in so that I was comfortable on it. And I think the biggest part of the whole project was painting the wheels. That's custom mixed silver paint. I did a lot of paint testing before I did them. The whole thing is out on my channel. The whole adventure of painting the wheels. I've gone back and forth several times, lowering the forks, lowering them a little bit less, lowering them a little bit more, and finally found a sweet spot for this set of tires. And with the handlebars on the bike is really, really responsive. Now, I've aged out of riding bikes with clip-ons, but this bike, the way it's set up now, you could ride it all day long and not get any fatigue, and it's just fun to ride. And the best thing of all, it's got a real R1 motor, not the almost R1, not the half and half R1. This has the real cross-plane R1 motor. And no matter where you ride it, you find a spot to ride it, it's just a blast. Opening that throttle and feeling that cross-plane engine. And I think it's time to get back. The seat's as comfortable as an all-day seat can be, but it's time to get back to Karen. We're having a cookout tonight. Boy, did this day turn out, just couldn't be any better. There's not a cloud in the sky. It came up around 70 degrees, just beautiful temperature, beautiful scenery. Everything's turning green now. Over this really brutal winter that we just had with salt everywhere. Roads are nice and clean. And of course, a cross-plane R1. You just never don't get a good entertainment value for your peanuts. Anyway, hope you did enjoy sharing a ride with us. So later that night, after cleaning up the R1, getting it ready for the next time we're going to ride it, Karen brought out some beautiful, beautiful hamburger meat, and I decided I'd grill up some burgers tonight before I went and worked in the garden. She has our garden, some of it planted out, and the grill is warming up. I want to get my yard work done. I want to feed the fish, get the bike, of course, all detailed out for the next day ride, and well, the next time we ride that bike, you never know. You never know what you're in a mood for. But the fish, always fed their evening meal. Too bad they don't eat hamburgers here. They are so much fun to have. I hope you enjoy sharing our fish episodes. And the garden. This time of year, it's just like maintaining the motorcycle. We expect to start harvesting things very, very soon. And this is one of Karen's passions, and I enjoy working on it with her. And this is another definition of the labor of love. So at the end of every day, I try to look back some of the good times I've had with this bike, among others. I've actually enjoyed all the bikes in my collection, and so far I've been very lucky. They've been, well, I've enjoyed restoring them. I've enjoyed riding them, and now I enjoy owning them for the rest of my life. So it's kind of a good situation. I've got custom little touches on every one of them. Every one of them is just a little bit different. I don't collect the same thing over and over again. And this one in particular, as I look back over from 2009 to now, and it's been a lot of great riding. We got way over 30,000 miles. I think it's 32 or 33 now. And every one of the rides I've had, I've just enjoyed it. It's added a dimension to my life and added a dimension to my motorcycle collection. I like the smaller bikes. I like the big bikes, the bikes that scare you to death, and the ones that are classic that people oogle every time you get together. It just couldn't be a lot more fun than this. And I hope you enjoy sharing these adventures on our channel too. And thanks so much for watching.